in Week 4, the Jaguars won a thriller in their first game against the Titans. Can Tennessee even the score? The answer comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
By many accounts, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Nashville. On the return, here's Hall. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah. 2
touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he stopped immediately there. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. These 2 teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Shedding the tackle. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he will have a Jaguars first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, good at finding ways to knock it out.
A first down carry for Henry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. Second down, they go again with Henry. This defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Derrick Henry fights forward at the 20 and inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll...
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact, and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Point after, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself second-play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. On play action, Lawrence finds the open target, Arnold. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at... So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
Tannehill's throw here into the hands of Moore.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now a throw here to his running back. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to ETN. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, they're being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defense.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that. But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Yeah, they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Lawrence. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Right back to Chenault. This time he's got it. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Lawrence to Chenault for a Jaguar first. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. The run there on 1st down gets him a yard to the 26. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver, and it's the Broncos. The Broncos never really could get the train on the track this season, but a win in the finale would at least keep them out of double-digit losses at 7-9. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey with a couple of touchdowns there. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Hunter Renfrow, a touchdown reception. We continue on with the check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jags. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. But meanwhile, for the Titans, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half. And for the call, let's get you back up to Nashville, Music City.
action. It's Hill. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
You got it. You got it. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Forced out to his left. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
A handoff for Etienne. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Wow. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Sargent, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here is Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but... going to bring up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
You need to get the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch, but he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. On the return, here's Hall. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here we go.
And now let's discuss Julio Jones. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill, complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10.
Tannehill now to throw. Jones has it. And he's got room. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. from the red zone now, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. That is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively, and we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they will take a 7-point lead. On the return, here's Hall. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 7. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And this one is incomplete. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
That's caught at the 25. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. Here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Tannehill to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Now the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game.
Let's go! Let's go!
And off the upright, and it caroms in. It's good. The kick is good, and that writes a crazy finish to this one. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it will indeed be a 10-loss season as they wrap up 7-10. And I think you have to say, ultimately, this was a team that really underachieved.